Okay, I thought I'd give a brief overview of the iDrive system on E90 E90 BMW 3 Series. It's the professional version, so it's the widescreen sat nav. I'll just get it fired up. You pop the key in, and normally it comes up with the BMW logo at startup. Because I've not long turned it off, it comes up with this menu, which is your home screen essentially. I'll just go through the four elements quickly. If you were to push the control wheel, as I'll keep referring to it, straight up, it selects communication. Unfortunately, I haven't got telephone on this vehicle. I've just got a parrot system, so that's all it's showing at the moment. However, you can look at a BMW dealership nearby, because it will use a sat nav, and it'll also give you contact numbers. My nearest one's Wolverhampton, although that's not Wolverhampton's telephone number, but still. Anyway, we'll go back into the main menu. If you select left hand side, go into climate. Not really sure, it's not much of a very good menu system on here. It's not really used. Independent mode, the switch on times, you can you set your temperature down here before you leave the car, and then you can set it to come on at any particular time, and whatever you've set it on the climate control, it will come on at that temperature. That's the theory. However, without an auxiliary heater, it doesn't actually get hot, or without the engine running, the air conditioning doesn't work, so all it tends to do is just blow the air around the car. But it's a nice little feature for the summer if you just leave the window open a little bit and then set it to come on 10 minutes before you're due to go out in the car. It will just blow some of the hot air out, which is quite nice. Automatic programs, you can change the intensity of the fan speed. However, it's just as easy just to push these buttons down there. And also you can change the air distribution, whether you want it more there, or more in your face, or more on your feet. But that's what those buttons there are for. It's just much easier just to push those buttons. So the climate function's a bit pointless really, unless you've got the auxiliary heater. Entertainment, obviously, radio, FM, AM, CD. Mine's got a multi-changer, however there's no discs in there at the minute, so it's coming up as no readable format found. Auxiliary, which is the auxiliary jack under the armrest. We'll go back to FM, and we'll just show you the radios. You can have 12 presets in here. I tend to keep it on the memorised stations, just because it's much easier as you select. It's quite straightforward, really.
37 or whatever it's called, yeah. Let me just... Injuries, but hurry, sale ends Sunday the...
Or you can do a manual frequency selection there, which is more like the Mercedes-Benz radio. Quite nice. Bit different to what it used to be in the olden days. But I just tend to have it on, or you can have it on all stations. Say if you go away travelling around the country and you don't know what the stations are, you just select that one, and it will show all the stations that the radio can find. Very good aerial on it actually, to be honest. Okay, I just tend to keep it on memorised. Right, navigation. If you move the control wheel to the left hand side, it will come up with navigation. Right, to get into the map, you come down to perspective, which is the view that I tend to prefer it on. You can't have the map stretching right the way across the screen, which is a bit of a misconception that I thought you could. You can't. However, what you can do is move it over here, so this section here is highlighted. Select that, and then you can have your map in there as well if you like, which is quite good if you want to keep this window here on the radio. So you can see all your radio channels there, and you can see your sat nav there. The only downside to that is when you come to put in the destination, you're going to have to go back into this, back to this, and then put in your new destination there. It's a bit of a pain. So what I tend to do is keep that on perspective on the main screen, and then this one just shows the journey computer, or the normal computer. Journey computer you can obviously reset via the iDrive. I've got a 320D at the moment, and it's doing on average 35.7 miles to the gallon. That's over 1,000 miles. It's not too bad. I don't think it's entirely accurate, to be honest with you. I've got an application on my iPhone that actually says I'm doing 42 miles to the gallon, which is more akin to what this car should be doing. But some of the options you can on here, you can have the overhead map if you prefer, or you can have nothing at all, or it can be showing your direction of travel. But as I said, I tend to have it on computer, which is much easier. Onboard info. This is where you reset your journey computer. Speed limit. Why you'd ever want that setting, I don't know, but it makes a bong if you go over the speed limit, and obviously your address book. It's quite a good sat nav system, really. The TomTom is better. It has got speed cameras on the new 2012 maps. However, I found that it doesn't bong when you get near to a speed camera. They just show up on the screen, so unless you're paying attention, they're not really much use in having. The little icons on the side here, I'll just go through them first. The first one's quite obvious, that's to turn the sound on or off.
The navigation system is ready.
This one is to turn your navigation on or off. We don't need that at the moment. And then there's another one underneath which will show what you'd like to be shown on the screen. Whether you want the map overhead,
the indicated direction.
Whether you want the map as a perspective, overhead, or pointing north. This icon here is if you wish to choose a destination via looking at the map, and then you can just click on Start Route Guidance and it will go to that destination. Obviously it will zoom all the way out. You can see all the speed cameras. It's not the quickest, but it is 8 years old. It's pretty straightforward. At the bottom of the screen you can see the radio station that I'm listening to, traffic programs switched on, the traffic management channel which will listen out for any roadworks en route and then redirect you if the traffic's slow. That's on the professional. Obviously the time of arrival, and how far it is, and if there's nothing set in the navigation then that would show the date. Let's put that back to, if I can. I think I've confused it now. Okay, we'll just go into the main iDrive menu then. Show you some of the options you've got in there. Start with info sources. This will give you traffic information. Tell you whether there's any hold-ups or delays.
As you head to Bolton, reportedly the B4378 blocked in both directions. A lorry apparently jackknifed at the turn-off there, affecting your journey between ships in a much...
Okay, on location, which is where you're going to go, it gives you some information on there. Traffic information. Settings, obviously you can turn the bonging tones on. Those bonging tones. Display settings, which will just turn the display off. Steering wheel buttons, you can alter what the rhomb and the star button do on the steering wheel. So you can have it on voice output. So you can select it if you've missed an instruction, you can press the button and it will repeat the instruction. Turn the air recirculation on or off, which is that button there, but it's just as easy, just press that button there. How often do you use it? Mute on the stereo, which is what I've got it set to, and obviously display on or off. I never really turn it off. And next entertainment source, which is just select it from FM, AM, CD or auxiliary. Moving back, vehicle tyres. You can have the lights as a triple turn signal or just a single turn signal. Daytime running lights, which are just your headlights anyway, and the follow your home headlights. You can alter the time on there. Door locks, see whether they lock automatically as and when you drive off. Confirmation, which would be the indicators that flash once the car's locked. The tyre pressure monitor. In a moment, don't know why that's not working. Park distance control. You can have that, or you can delete everything if you wish. Okay. Language and units, pretty straightforward. There's only one voice on the Sat Nav system. You can't select several. Clock and date, straightforward, and the traffic information settings. Just leave everything selected. And that's pretty much it, to be honest with you, for the iDrive system. It is nice to have, however, it wouldn't be something that I specifically look for in the next car if it was a deal breaker, to be honest with you. Current Sat Nav systems are a lot more accurate, they're a lot cheaper, and as I say, this isn't as comprehensive as, say, a Copilot or TomTom or even maybe Google Maps, but it's nice to have it built into the car. You don't have something silly stuck on the dashboard. If there's anything else you wish to know about, leave me a comment and I'll try and answer it. I'm sorry if I've missed anything out, but when I was buying the car and I was looking for some reviews on the iDrive system, I couldn't find any, so I hope I've answered some of your questions. Thank you, goodbye.